everyone. Welcome to Talking Tennessee.
Where we navigate life's twists, real estate turns, and share Southern stories.
We are your hosts. I'm Rachel Odom.
And I am Brittany Hopson. And I feel like spring is coming, maybe, with this unexpected warm weather in February.
I agree. I'm trying not to get my hopes up because I am ready.
I am wishing it. I'm speaking it into existence.
It was very nice. I mean, it was a great day. And today I think it has
69.
I do have on some sandals kind of today, but don't look at my toenails because I haven't had a pedicure in months.
It's about pedicure season.
It is. I'm trying to hold off, but
yeah,
it's here.
Well, and speaking of pedicures, I guess we'll go ahead and cut into. We mentioned to you last time we're going to start a new segment where Rachel and I go out and we spend our money to tell you if it's worth it.
Yes, and when we spend your money, you're going to have a very honest answer.
Correct. These are not paid for. Feel free to sponsor us, but we're still going to give you an honest answer. But we checked out the new nail bar in town on the west end of Morristown. Yes. But we did not do our nails.
No, we didn't.
So
I may go back. I will say this. I would definitely go back and get a pedicure.
Okay. Yeah, I did like the number of pedicure chairs that they had available. Yes. And so we went to Ruby Nail Bar.
Yes. It's a Salsarita.
Across from Walmart on the west end. But I was
going to say, there's actually another one opening right in that other little shopping center. So you might have to try it too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm actually pretty loyal to my
I only go to the same nail girl for my fingers. So pedicures, because they're appointment only.
Yeah.
So typically when I get a pedicure, I just walk in. I don't think ahead of time. But yes, I will never go probably anywhere else for my fingernails.
Yeah, no, I get it. So, but we checked out Ruby Nail Bar for they have like a head spa area.
Which if you don't know what we're talking about, you can absolutely get on TikTok and look up a head spa. But they're becoming like a fad, I guess. Yeah. But they're pretty popular.
Yeah. So I chose to do their higher end one. That was supposed to be about 70 minutes. It included the scalp massage. It included extra massage on your neck and your shoulders and your hands. And
you got hot stones too.
Hot stones, a hot towel, a face mask.
Yes.
But I mean, I was laying on my back for about 70 minutes or so.
Yeah, that's kind of why I couldn't do it because where I am pregnant, it just gets. If you've ever been pregnant, you just know it's.
Yeah.
After a certain amount of time, you gotta roll around like a rotisserie chicken, or you're not comfortable. I need to get a pregnancy pillow, but that'll be on topic.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the 45-minute one, they start basically kind of doing like a face spa. They do a cleanser. They'll do a little bit of a scrub. It was very, very gentle.
Yes.
I really don't know what all they did. It was like 4 different things on the face. And they had a steamer that came over. I did kind of like that because it smelled very citrusy, I thought, which I didn't mind at all. Sometimes certain smells will give me a headache, but the scents that they did use were pretty subtle and very natural smelling. Yes,
it wasn't overpowering.
No, I agree. I liked that a lot. But the actual head spa, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I will say, like, my hair is very thick. Sometimes I have trouble in the shower getting all of the stuff out. And she scrubbed, and it was very, very full of product and soapy, and they got all of that out. Yeah, my hair felt very clean. My hair still feels very clean after that.
Yeah. So for me, they do use they use their hands. They use the little metal thing, you know. You can put on. But they also use this little machine or little.
It looks like a little.
And it's like a little head massager, and it's great. Like I mean, it was. Rachel probably enjoyed that one more than I did. Having curly hair, that's probably not the best thing to use. I did try to go into it and brush my curls out because I knew it was going to get washed. It was fun if I walked in with it frizzy. I did get to thinking
about it when they were doing it. I was like, I wonder if this is going to get stuck in Brittany's hair. Yeah. It could.
I mean, it could. I mean, it wasn't bad. Again, I think because I had brushed my hair out. Yeah. But if you do have curly hair, I would definitely recommend brushing that out beforehand. Yeah. And my hair's not like top C curly at all. Like, so if you have a top C coily curly
you probably
hair,
just need to tell them like,
don't use that. Yeah. And I mean, and so I know there's other salons that I think maybe do this outside of Morristown. So you might get a little bit more of a high-end experience somewhere else. Yeah. And maybe higher-end products. For me personally, Rachel actually did not want this. I wish they would have used some conditioner in my hair at the end. Yeah. But I'm a conditioner girly. I mean, where Rachel is not as much of a conditioner.
I do not use conditioner hardly ever because it does make my hair very oily. Yeah. Which my hair is naturally oily. So if I do anything like extra, it needs to be washed.
Yeah. Say, like, I don't think it will take place of like a regular facial. Like, it's a very gentle facial, or just really a cleanse. So,
which facial a long time either. But yeah, I would agree. Like, there's a lot more in it than just the facial part of it. But I enjoy it, and I will say, like, of course it's new, but everything seemed very clean in there. We went on Saturday, so it was actually pretty busy too.
Yeah, it was. We had one of the first appointments for the day. So I do think they told me, like, if you're going with 2 people, to call and make your appointment, because sometimes online that could get a little tricky. And then I think mine was $99. I did have a 15% off coupon. They were in a special on their Facebook page. And so it came out to, like, I think I paid $80-something.
Yeah. Mine was $60. Yeah. And then I had the 15% off. So it saved, like, taxes. Like, I don't think they, did they add tax? Yeah, I guess they did.
Yeah, they did.
So, 15%. It's a pretty good amount of money.
Absolutely.
But I would definitely do it again.
Yeah, I would say yes, it's worth it. I wouldn't do it monthly or...
Yeah, no.
But maybe like once a quarter or,
when you're just needing a little day to relax.
Yeah. So, so that was this week's episode of Is It Worth It? And I picked that spot. Rachel's picking the next one. And I have no idea where it's at. She won't tell me.
I'm torn. I haven't told her yet. I may tell her because, of course, she's going to have to know. But I have an experience.
Okay.
That I have done before.
I'm scared.
And you should be a little scared.
Because she likes weird food.
Well, it's not any food. It's not food. Thankful. Not yet. That'll be soon. This is just...
I may be sick that day.
No, you won't. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah. So. I'm excited and scared and very intrigued.
Yeah. I haven't been, I haven't done this in years, years and years.
Okay.
But I used to go pretty frequently as a kid.
Okay.
So we'll see.
I don't know, unless we're going to play putt-putt.
Oh no.
That'll be a very boring. I will say, so we have also made a video of Is It Worth It? Of course, that does not translate over to a podcast very well. So we've made a short clip of that. So you can go follow us on Facebook, TikTok.
What it's like.
Yeah, Instagram. But it was a learning experience. Yeah. We decided that taking a video of yourself getting a head massage is not flattering.
At all.
Oh, Jinx, you owe me a Coke, by the way.
You have to realize how dedicated we were to this, because to post that video.
Talk about getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
I mean, I already have
the girls who did it were very, like, nice, because I was like, they're going to think we're weird.
Yeah, because it's not like we're these famous TikTokers and content creators. I mean, we're just little old
they're
Rachel.
Really hoping we are.
Yeah.
Sadly, we're not.
Feel free to make us that way, but I mean, that's not our goal in life. But hey, if we can help you all learn and explore, we enjoy it. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
Except for videoing ourselves.
Yeah.
So.
Another thing that this is off topic, but I have a question. and this might be something that we can try. It wouldn't be necessarily is it worth it, but do you know how to properly use a median?
Yeah, I do.
When you're driving?
Yeah, I get very frustrated.
Okay, so on my way here this morning, we've got that turnaround right here.
Yeah.
People never know. Yeah. They never know how to use a median.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, but that is such a pet peeve of mine, which I will say I get that very honest from my dad.
Yeah.
He has road rage. I have road rage. So I was like, we need to have a class on how to use a median.
Or you can use the lesson theory.
Well,
I have finished that book, surprisingly. Mm-hmm. And just let them drive like an idiot. Unless they're endangering you.
It affects me, yeah. I don't care how other people drive.
Yeah.
But when they're sitting, I don't know who
completely blocking
obviously, is sitting in the turn. You know, you have a little bit of a lane.
Yeah.
But she's sitting in the lane.
Yeah.
So I can't see around her. And I'm like, if you would come around to the other side so I could see, then this wouldn't be a problem. You can see, I can see. Let's use it correctly.
I get it. I mean,
if you want to drive like a
idiot
every other time, but when you're affecting the way I can, no, not
I was using the lesson theory yesterday as I was driving back home from the gym, and I was actually on the phone with my brother, and this motorcycle zoomed by me. I mean, and you know how somebody, when they're driving by fast, you can feel it. Mm-hmm. I thought someone literally was in my van. Like, they were driving so fast down 25E, and I was like, they're really going to wreck and die. Yeah. And I'm like, and at first I felt myself getting mad, and then I was like, frustrated. I was like, I mean, it almost scared me. I mean, it really did. Like, I almost.
It kind of does catch you.
I did jump, and then seconds later, then here came another motorcycle going just as fast. I'm like, then I was like, okay, y'all are gonna wreck, because if you're in a motorcycle, you could probably wreck and hurt somebody else, and possibly even kill them, but you're really gonna hurt yourself.
I was gonna say, usually a motorcycle wreck only hurts the person on the motorcycle. Typically,
but I think it's people like that gives motorcycle drivers a bad rap, because there's so many that are good drivers that people, we as drivers need to pay more attention to. But when you're out driving like it was so. I mean,
it's typically the people on those. It's not like a Harley motorcycle.
Yeah, it was like
it's like a sports bike,
probably.
But because my parents growing up, they always had motorcycles, and when they would get around other motorcycle drivers, they couldn't stand them because they just don't know how dangerous, I guess, it can be. But we didn't mean to go on a driving right here, but it is a pet peeve of mine if you don't know how to use a median.
I get it. I think that everyone should retake their driving test. But here's the thing. I mean, having a 16-year-old now, and he went and took his driving test, that test took all of 2 minutes.
Oh, it's a joke.
Like, why did we even do this? They were more concerned over my tag being expired than they were anything else.
They're like, you're about to not get to take this.
Oh, he did not get to take it? I had to go get another car. Oh, it was my fault. I just didn't realize it was expired.
Yeah.
About 4 months.
Yeah, I did too.
So.
I'm excited in March, so I got another month. But.
Yeah. So, mentioned a second ago, for me, I don't read. And I think I mentioned that last podcast episode. But I did the Audible of The Lesson Theory, and I enjoyed it so much. I bought the hard copy. I'm going back through it, highlighting some stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's not a biblical book.
Yeah.
Or biblical principles. It's not horrible principles or anything like that. It's not like satanic or anything like that. But so as I'm going back through it now, I'm trying to see how I can use, for me, applying, things from the Bible to my life is more important than the lesson theory. So I'm seeing how I can apply things from the Bible and the lesson theory, combine them together to apply. But I'm trying to find myself like not getting upset. Like let them. And there were so many eye-opening things they talked about. Work things, relationships, friends, family. So I think there was one day I called you and I was like, oh, you've got to go get this book just so you can read this chapter because it's things we had talked about in our real estate, career. And And so you'll probably see me over the next few months, if you follow me on any platform, posting more. As much as I actually do not like it, I'm putting myself out there more. And, you know, and I think that's just the day that we live in. I mean, it's just, you know, it's the times that we're in, and, you know, videos and all of that.
Social media has become such a huge part of everybody's everyday life.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I'd say that it will.
Well, I mean, us doing this podcast.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, and our goal is for it to always be a fun podcast because, you know, yes, we do real estate and we love what we do as real estate, but we also know that y'all don't want to hear about real estate for 40 minutes.
No.
I mean,
and I don't even want to talk about real estate for 40 minutes.
No. Because, I mean,
with somebody who's actually looking to buy a house who needs to get details on real estate, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then we'll just talk and meet with you one-on-one. Yeah.
No. Some people don't have any interest in it, so we're going to keep it very open to lots of things like lesson theories and mediums.
Yeah. So, since we're talking about real estate, we'll go into the real estate market. And I guess we've always said we'll be honest. So, we had a listing last year that we had for 4 or 5 months, but it was as the market was slowing down a little bit with the election. And it was
into the holidays.
It was super, super cute property. We did market it. We had really well photos. It was not a photography issue. It was not a marketing issue. I think it was just timing and pricing.
Yeah.
And it did take the right buyer. It actually had went under contract 24 hours after we listed it.
Yes.
A little bit of an issue, nothing bad. Nothing bad. That couldn't have been addressed.
Needed to be made, and of course those did get made. We did get all that taken care of, but this buyer
just didn't want to go through with it, and so and I get it. Yeah. So they chose. So once the repairs were made, because we kind of were in a standstill for about a month or so.
It did take a while because this was a part of an HOA.
Yeah.
So this repair fell on the HOA, and it did take them. Now they did it. They did a great job.
Yes.
But it was a little bit time consuming waiting on them to get it done. And we didn't really want to put it back on the market until it was completed, because that's just the better way to do it, in my opinion. Is this property is being repaired. Let's get it fixed, and then let's.
And so, as the holidays were approaching, and we decided together, you know, we were going to take the property off the market for a little while, just to finish up some stuff, revamp some stuff.
Yeah.
And the plan was to relist it the new year. And as a property owner, you have the right, you know, if you think, hey, we're not going to do it, or your other agent wasn't going to do it, but they chose to just try a different agent. And that agent didn't really do anything different than what we did. They just lowered the price dramatically.
Yes. And,
you know, and that's great. And so we're still super happy for them. We're glad that they were able to get that property closed.
But I will say, and I'm going to be totally honest, there are probably certain situations where I haven't felt like I have done everything in my power to get a property sold. But that was not the case with this.
Correct. Yeah.
I had, not that I'm angry at anything, not at all, but, I truly feel like I, did everything we did everything that we could to get this property sold.
Yeah.
And sometimes
it's just sometimes, and that's okay. And we're not the only one that's ever happened to. I can think of 10 other realtors, like, immediately.
Yeah. Because there's always an agent who's like, oh, I can get it.
Yeah, and so, and I will say this, and not to, like, talk another agent down or whatever. I mean, this is our job. We're salesmen. If you ever run across an agent that's just completely bashing another agent, saying, "Oh, I've got 5 buyers, waiting to look at your property if you'll let me list it." Okay, go and show it now with whoever else is listed. I mean, there
are some agents out there who I think they're a little more interested in just getting the listing than anything else, whether they have those buyers or not.
Yeah, I mean, we all have our unique abilities and strong suits and all of that, and then
but we say that to say, like, we will do whatever we can to get it.
Absolutely.
And there are times where
isn't the right time.
It's not the right time.
And we're always looking to do things out of the box. I mean,
we did a cute little video.
That was a funny video.
That was an exhausting video.
Yeah, that was fun. But hey, we're always willing to try new things and do whatever it takes to get.
But also that shows you what got this property sold was the price.
The price. You know, at the end of the day, consumers care about the price and the amount of work they have to put into it.
Yeah. So if they're going to have to put substantial work and money into making what they want, they're not going to want to spend top dollar on their house. Correct.
I mean, it could appraise for $1 million, but if no one's willing to pay more than $700,000, then you're going to be able to sell for $700,000. That's a very big gap there. So,
I mean, it happens.
I guess that can happen, but that's a really big gap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And I had we'll talk about it quickly. I had somebody reach out to me because she a new brother, year or so, and she's like, "What is the best way for us to, build his credit?" She has good credit. He doesn't really have credit. Yeah. And I was like, I would just leave it as is for now. Yeah. You have good credit. His is not bad. It just doesn't exist. When y'all are ready, we'll talk to a lender. Because I do see that sometimes where people are kind of like,
it happens all the time.
I don't have default. I don't have bad credit. I'm just young. Haven't built anything up. And there are ways they can do something called a manual underwriting. They can use money you all have. They can use car credit. There's some options. So if you're in that point where you're like, my credit's just not there, it's non-existent, hold off, talk to a lender before you do anything else. Yeah. So that was just a little tidbit of information there.
Yeah, always just talk to the lender. They can give you some good advice.
Yeah, they can.
So I'm going to ask you a question that I asked actually on my TikTok page last night. And you're going to have to do this on the fly because we're not going to have time to pause the podcast to stop recording. So name 3 negatives about yourself.
Oh. I am habitually late.
Agree.
I am really wanting to improve on that this year and try and be better about being on time, but that's going to be hard with a baby, so I'm trying to get that done first.
Yeah. I've started trying to just maybe tell her 15 minutes.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest. That is a great plan.
Still didn't work.
I know. And like even for church last week, we were so late that there was no seats. So I can be very late. I also am not an organized person. Do I want to be organized? Do I want to keep my house clean? Yeah. Absolutely. I want to be that kind of person. Right. I am not. So really, it's kind of lots of things that need to be changed. Yeah. Personality-wise. Yeah. But we're going to work on it.
Yeah. One day at a time.
Yes. One day at a time. Let's see here. I need one more.
Yeah. I'm going to do the da-da-da song. What is it? Da-da-da. Jeopardy.
Messy.
Yeah, I'm actually like the fact that you're having a harder time thinking of a third negative. So we'll go to the next. So now name 3 positives about yourself.
Oh goodness. I probably can come up with some positives for sure. I have no issue setting boundaries, which to me is a good thing.
That's probably one of my negatives.
It has made my life easier. I can say no and nicely. Yeah. I think I'm a good friend. I'm a very consistent, constant. If you need me, I will be there.
Just text her.
I'm a much better texter than I am talking on the phone. So. I'm also not the best texter either, because sometimes I just think that all the people I've read. Let's see.
Work ethic.
Yeah. Yeah. Like down here, being a girl boss or whatever you call it. But like my job, if I have something I need to get done, I get it done.
Yeah, literally my son over there, just a girl boss building her empire.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So
yeah, but
we're working on it.
My goal in life, is to do whatever.
So, did you find that it was harder or easier to come up with your negatives or your positives?
If I had come up with that third one, I feel like it would be pretty equal.
Right. Okay. So for me, I feel like I was able to, when I asked myself that, I was able to come up with negatives like boom, 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 and positives.
I will say this: I spent some time in kind of growth in the past few years, just mental health growth, awareness, very self-aware. Yes, and being self-aware, is being aware of the good,
correct,
and the bad.
Right.
Yeah.
So I said that, because like I said, I mentioned that on TikTok last night. But I think for us as women, as wives, as mothers, soon to be mothers, as friends, or even dads or husbands, and I think we can get so critical of ourselves and just always focusing on the negative that we do.
Yeah.
And the bad that we, like I'm not as good at this sport as, Sally, and I'm not as good at singing. Like, I wish that I could naturally sing. Like, that's one of the talents in my life I wish that I was good at, is singing. I am not. I'm good in the car by myself. So, like, I could sit and focus on, like, I'm not a good singer, I'm not good at but then maybe a singer who's great at it, I feel like I'm pretty good at tech, and I'm good at computers and cameras, and I mean, I typically am the one that does all the behind the scenes stuff. I mean, and not that you can, I just also am a control freak. No, it's just easier.
Have you listened to Joyce Meyer much?
I've not. And I will say, and you may love her, I'm very cautious with her. I'm very cautious over any quote preacher or teacher that's really big.
Yeah. I think you should listen to her, because I think you would maybe realize. I listen to her very, very frequently, pretty much every day.
Okay.
And one of the big topics that she talks about often is she was sexually abused as a child. Yeah. And so she had years of talking down to herself, thinking bad things about herself, thinking that she was no good, she didn't deserve love. And she talks so much about how important it is about the way you think and talk about yourself out loud. And I didn't really ever struggle with that personally, but I also have really grown a lot just from listening to her, and how she says, God talks about how He loves us, how He made us, we are perfect in His image. And so for somebody who has some of those internal battles, she really is. I think you'd like her.
Yeah, I may have to check it out. So
I completely get what you're saying, like Joel Osteen and some of the big name people, like
I get very cautious. I'm very hard to trust. I mean, and so I'm an overthinker. I'm a many of things. Didn't go down to didn't mean for us to go down the whole self-motivation rabbit hole. But that's what we're good for. Like, if you've been looking for your podcast that hits you all over the place, and are undiagnosed. Yeah, we are. Absolutely. Yeah, we've always got somewhere to go. I think there's a fine line of growing and being self-confident and being arrogant. Like, I don't ever want to come across as I'm the best. I'm the best real estate agent ever. No one's better than me. Absolutely. There's always going to be someone better than me. Yeah. But I may be the best agent for you, or maybe we're not the best agents for you. I mean, I feel like we are, but, we probably but, yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I think that there's just a fine line. So,
but yeah, I think that's good. I think it's grow.
Yeah. Well, I've seen. I don't know if we'll make it. Is it worth it? But maybe it's like, hey, let's just go do it and video it. Yeah. There's a tulip thing coming. I know Gilbert's Farm in Morristown is going to be doing something. There's a tulip international something coming up in Middle Tennessee, and I'm like, oh, I think I need to go.
When is it?
March 16th, I believe. I know. I thought so too. Yeah. I'll double check the date if I'm incorrect. I'll let y'all know next time. But
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about our next Is It Worth It segment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not. I'm actually scared.
It is a experience, and it is a unique opportunity for people of our area. Probably never heard of it, but it will be super entertaining.
I'm just telling you right now, if she takes me skydiving, I'm out.
Ooh, I have been skydiving.
Oh, well.
And I did like it.
I'll video you from the ground.
Yeah, I'm sure I probably can't do that right now.
Probably not.
I won't be doing it again anytime soon. It's kind of like, for me, personally, it was a one-time thing.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy it, though.
Okay. I'm interested to see, so we'll all be surprised together.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
But I think that's all for this week.
Yep.
See you
Enjoy
back
the
here.
sunshine.
Enjoy the sunshine. Get out.
Hopefully it lasts.
Yep. And hopefully sometime in March I'll be talking to you about my wildflower garden I'm going to plant.
Oh yeah, I need to get on something. Yeah, I'm
excited. All right, we'll see you all back here in 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.